Hi, Lynn. How are you, my friend? Welcome, everyone. Come say hi. 2 days in a row. Yes. My package came, so I'm able to do the kit today. Hi, Carol Ann. Hi, Joyce, Pam, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Ruthie. It's Judy on Team Unique. Deborah, welcome, my friends. Today, I'm doing what I was supposed to do yesterday. Hi, Linda. My package, Tilly. Oh, hi, Tilly. Yes, on YouTube. Who else is on YouTube? Karen, Tilly, Mary, Carol's from Maine. Hello, Tony. Hello, everyone. If I missed your name, I do apologize. Sometimes the comments go pretty fast, but oh, Guadalupe, there you are. Um, Today I'm doing the kit that I was supposed to do yesterday, okay? It is obviously at uniqueinthecreek.com. Lori had part two of Kit Craze released last Saturday. And if you have not checked out the shop, please go over to uniqueinthecreek.com, check it out. Um, there are tons of kits there, but I am doing the two-door wildflower kit number 197. And as of today, March 21st, it is still available, but they do sell out. So if you like this kit or any other kits, please go check out uniqueinthecreek.com. Fill your cart with a whole bunch of goodies. And I would appreciate it while you're there if you would consider using my code at checkout, Judy, capitals JUDY. That is my affiliate code. And if you use that, it helps me out tremendously. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hello. Good afternoon. Um, Again, if I missed your name, I'm so sorry. Well, let me see if I can catch up. Donna, Debbie, Ruth, Tina, Kathy, Alicia. Hello, everyone. Okay. So the two-door wildflower rectangle board kit. Okay, that's what we're working on today. Now, I need to preface this. I will show you everything that comes in the kit. However, it does come with pipe cleaners. My hands myself are just too weak to get a pipe cleaner to tighten very well. So I did substitute the pipe cleaners that came in the kit with my own zip ties, okay, which are also from Unique in the Creek. But I did use zip ties. So I just want to preface that by saying I did not use everything that's in this kit that way. But everything else I've used, okay? Now we're going to go over with what's in the kit. It comes with the rectangle board, and the rectangle board comes in a 2-pack. Okay, so this is obviously a double kit, so you're going to use both rectangle boards. This is what it looks like. Okay, if you've never seen it before. And this is the way I loaded it. Okay, so if you can see, I put one at the top, one at the bottom, and then I went up. Now, these aren't even rows because you can't go every other because it's an odd number. So I just went up 2, skipped 2, went up 1, skipped 1, went up 1. This one here is my hanger. Okay, that's where I put my hanger. But you can hang it anywhere on here. Okay, I just found it easier to put my hanger on first. So that's how I loaded the rectangle board. Okay, I'm going to show you what else came with it. It comes in a 40-piece pack of pre-cut, and this is moss apple lime green. Okay, and the way I'm doing the two kits, you're going to use 32 pieces of mesh. So you'll have about 8 pieces left, okay, which will be great. If you do a flower, you can use these for leaves. And if you have not used the pre-cut mesh, you're in for a treat because it's so easy. Okay, so that's the mesh we're going to use on the rectangle board. it comes with two signs like this. One's pink and one's purple. I'll show you the purple in just a second. Okay. And it comes with a rope, which we actually are not going to cut up today. We are going to use that, but I also put a cable mount on the back. Okay. I took the cable mount, I put it with E6000 and hot glue, and I let it set overnight. Okay. And it comes in your package, 2 cable mounts and all the pipe cleaners. It comes with pipe cleaners like this in a pack of 25. Okay, again, I'm only using it for my signs because I switched them out with zip ties, okay? Hello, everyone. It is a very pretty color mesh. It's very pretty, shiny, okay? Then you're going to get 2 of white floral sprays, okay? And you're going to get 2 pink floral sprays. Now, we're going to break it apart, so that's going to take a little bit of time. I wanted to do it on camera so you could see what it's like. Now, that is the kit. I don't think I missed anything. Ribbons, yes, I did. You're going to get 3 ribbons, okay? They are 1-inch ribbons. One's in pink. Okay, it's got that textured pink, textured feel to it. Okay, and it comes in a sage green, and it comes in purple. Okay, they're all the same type of ribbon, just in 3 different colors. Beautiful, right? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the kit. Excuse me for the reach. I did it this way. Just remember, my friends, the way we designers do our kits, it's just an idea of how to do your kit. You can do it any way you like, but this is just a suggestion, and this is what my kit will look like. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. It's hard, you know, when you're on camera to show it properly. But that's what this kit, rectangle, like, look, that's very full, right? That's how I'm doing this kit. And so now I'm going to bring you down to the board and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so just a second. Let's get you situated properly. How's that? Might be a little crooked. There we go. Does that look straight? Does it sound good? The light good? How is everything? Let me know before we get started. I don't want to make it so you can't see what I'm doing. How is that view? Is it good? Okay, my friends. So we're going to get everything prepped and then we're going to make the wreath. Okay. I think that's a good way to do it. Lori taught that to me. I learned that from Lori and it makes perfect sense. Get your, everything in a row. You get your ducks in a row. Easier to build than cutting ribbon, going back, cutting ribbon. Okay. So on the purple one, I made the ribbon in the bow and I used the purple in all the tails. So 8 sets of tails you're going to need. Thank you. It's all good. Thank you, everyone. And I made the purple on this as the dominant color in my bow and the tails. And then I alternated with the pink and the green tails. Okay. That's how I did it. So on this pink one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make the pink prominent. I did make one bow already, but I will make a second one. So I made the pink as the prominent top color. All right. I'm doing the pink as the dominant ribbon tail. So I'm going to put pink ribbon tail in all 8. So I need 4 more purple and I need 4 more green. Okay. Now I'm using the Measure Buddy today. Okay. It's available at uniqueinthecreek.com. And I'm cutting it at 12 inches. Okay. Oh, hi, Deborah. I didn't see you sneak in. And yes, a double kit. So you could sell them as a double set. You could sell them as a single wreath swags. They're perfect gifts for not homecoming, housewarming, or an Easter gift if you're going to someone's house for dinner for Easter. It's a nice little gift to give to somebody, and it's inexpensive to make, okay? The kits are very reasonably priced, all right? Oh, hi, Margaret. We're just getting started. Very reasonably priced, so if you made them and you wanted to give them as a gift, they would be perfect. Okay, so I pulled the Measure Buddy out to 12 inches. I need to cut 4 green or 4 sage. So we're just going to put the Measure Buddy here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm just going to, I twisted that the wrong way, cut that off. Okay, now I'm doing 12 inches. You can probably do 13 if you wanted, but I wouldn't go any shorter than 12, okay? Because you want them at least to be seen a little bit, right? Then I'm going to dovetail these. And I'm not going to make deep dovetails on this ribbon because it's only an inch wide. So it's not a 2.5 or a 2-inch ribbon. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these straight here. Sometimes you have to finagle your way through it. Oh dear. Oh dear. What did I do here? Oh, there you go. So I'm just making small dovetails, okay? Did Lori pop in? Hello, Lori. Okay, so now we're going to need 4. Same thing, just 4 12-inch because we're alternating on this wreath, okay? We're making the pink dominant, and I made the purple dominant on the other one for the sign. Sorry, I was just off camera. I just realized that. I apologize. Okay, I'm just going to snap that off. Oopsie, what did I do there? There we go. Okay, and then we'll make our packets of tails. We'll match them up. We'll get our floral packs made up, and then we'll start assembling the wreath, okay? How was babysitting? Oh, that's a good idea, Laura. I never thought of staggering the swags. And they're a nice size, right? If you don't want anything too big, or you have a smaller door, perhaps you live in an apartment, or someone you know lives in an apartment, these are great little wreaths, right? Okay, my friends, let's move that over there. Now, like I said, I'm going to do pink on the bottom of every one, and then I'm going to alternate the purple and the green. So what I do is I just find my center, okay, and I'm just going to make sure the ends are even, and that's your packet, okay? That's your little thing, your little ribbon tails, okay? You could just not fold these yet, I guess. I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but that's okay. We're going to pinch these together, get them all ready. I think actually on the bottom, I do have to put rubber bands on them because the zip tie goes in differently. Again, I apologize. I am not using the pipe cleaners because I just can't manage it with my hands. Okay. If you need to watch somebody use pipe cleaners, please check out Jackie from Team Unique. Go to uniqueinthecreek.com, or not .com. You go to Unique in the Creek YouTube channel, and you can watch Jackie because she uses pipe cleaners. A little Ellie, yeah, Lori's granddaughter. She's just adorable. Just adorable. Okay, so now on this one, I'm going to use the green on top. Okay, do the same thing. Just get your center. Make sure your ends are even. And if they're not, like if one of them's crooked, you just pull this center and move them up. Okay. I'll put those over there. Did you just order the kit, Liz? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, this one did not work. Let's just do that again. Who all ordered this kit? Or are you waiting to see how it turns out? There's some beautiful kits. So if this is not your style, no problem. Lori has assembled tons of kits. I'm not sure how many are on there right now. Probably a dozen, right? From Kit Craze. But remember, they do sell out. They always sell out. So if you like something, do what Liz did, and order the kit. Okay. There we go. So those are our tails. Now let's get the messy part done. Now I love these sprays, but they are a little messy. Okay, so just be aware. We're gonna have to do a little cleanup. Now we're gonna just take it apart and we're gonna divide them up and make sprays out of them. Now what I did on this purple one, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing, is I intermingled the white and the pink. So I put a little white and a little pink in the same pick, and then, you know, arranged it around the wreath so it looks even, right? Or more uniform. Okay. But if you wanted, you could take the white spray and do it on the purple and or on the white, and then you could take the pink spray and do it on the purple. You don't have to use both in each. You could just use one on one. Okay. But if you want them kind of matchy, that's what you're going to do. Well, that's what I did anyway. Okay. This is just a suggestion. So we're going to rip these 3 sections apart and we're going to start dividing. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to move these ribbons out of the way so they don't get all messed up in the wreath. Okay. So what I do first is I take everything apart. Sorry, this does take a little bit longer, okay? This is the part that takes a while. And you can just cut these off because we're going to end up cutting them off anyway if you can't. If your hands aren't strong enough to pull them, which would be mine. Okay, so we're going to just divide them up into what they are. So this is the white flowers, the white berries, the Evofoam. Okay, flower. There's these twigs. There's these bigger twigs. I need a bigger table. I think we all say that, eh? There's these little, I'm not sure what these are called. I'm not sure. Anybody know what these are called? But they're nice little fillers. Okay, berry, stem. So this is what I do anyway. You can do it however you want. Like I said, you don't even have to separate them. Oh, and it comes with these twig things. Sometimes I use them and sometimes I don't. So we'll see. I don't think I use them on this one. So, but I don't throw them away. I do keep them. And if you don't use them on this, these make really good, if you make, I just lost my mind. If you make centerpieces, these twig or floral arrangements, these twig type things are great. Okay. Yep. High quality kits for sure. You won't get poor quality anything at uniqueinthecreek.com. Okay. Evofoam. Sorry, this is the long part and it's probably the most boring. But I want to show you how to do it because some people don't know how to make their own picks, right? So we are here to show you how to do it. have a little chat while we're doing it. And we do the same thing with this one. We're going to divide it. Oh, dang. These are tough little suckers today. Okay. Oh, thank you, Joyce. You ordered the kit too. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Lori. I might just, after I get this built, we might just put those little twiggies at the top. I love the twiggies. Some people don't like the twiggies. I like the twiggies. I don't have any problem with twigs. I think they add nice little dimension to the wreaths. Okay, so we're going to cut that out though. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the pink. Flowers, berries, you know, the same thing we're going to do with the pink. If they're the same thing though, we'll put them in the same pile. But we will separate the Eva foam and the twiggy things. Not sure what those are called either. Ferns, sticks, I'm not sure. Okay, flower. Yes, I hope I teach you something new or something that helps you in your wreathing journey. That is why we do it. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, okay? Because that's why we're here. If you have any questions, and if I don't see it, I apologize. Please ask again. Okay, so this is kit, a double rectangle kit we are working on, available at uniqueinthecreek.com. It's the double wildflower kit. And if you are just joined, this is what we're doing. We're making the pink version of this purple version I made. Okay, nice and full, right? And if you know me or watch me at all, you know I like full. I like things that are full. Okay, so we need 8 picks, okay, because we have 8 zip ties. Sticky outy things. Yep, I love the sticky outy things. So what we're going to do is, first, I want to get these tall things in here to see how many we have, okay? Now, I know I have quite a few of these, so we need 8 packs of things, okay, greenery. Let's see what we have. I'm sure we don't have enough to make an even number, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so obviously we need 8. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to have 2 of 2 and 4 of 1. Now the ones that I have just 1, I'm going to put these bigger picks in there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I'm going to take my Eva foam. Don't worry about the ends right now. Because we're going to adjust those. Okay, so let's see how many we have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 8. It looks like. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 2 extra actually, so I'm just going to randomly put them anywhere. It does not matter because you're not going to really notice all that much. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to see how many of these berries we have. We have 3 of those, and obviously we'll probably have 3 of those. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, how many whites and how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 whites and 4 pinks, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this. Do you see how these are 2 flowers? We're just going to gently pull those apart so we can get white in every one. Now, it's not going to be a lot of white in every one, but that's okay, right? Because we are going to add more to each one. So we should be able to get a white and a pink in each pick. Okay, it's not going to be exact, and don't worry about it if it's not exact. Just take what you can and break it apart. Okay, and we're going to do that with the pink as well. Okay, and once I get the picks up and, you know, together, it'll make more sense as to what I did. It looks like a hot mess right now, but it's okay. It'll work. Does this make sense to everybody? If not, let me know. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. This one's going to have a little bit of double extra pink. Okay, that's okay. Now I've got these 4 and these 4, or these 5 and these 5. I'm not sure how many. So I'm going to just add them random where I think it needs a little bit of something, something. Okay. And it looks like I could probably just add them randomly like that. Okay. So I've got an extra white. Look at that. Where should I put that one? I'm going to put that right in this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to think, well, that's a hot mess. She just ruined the picks. No, ma'am. We're going to make our own picks, and that's what we're doing. So what I'm doing is, I'm just going to give myself a little room here. You take your picks. Now what I do is I take the longest piece. And I know I'm not going to need these 2 little bottom things on them. No, I did not find the wire cutters yet. Margaret sent me a couple things on Amazon Canada, but I haven't had a chance to look into it yet. Am I explaining this okay? Oh, thank you, Ruthie. Again, if there's any questions, you do not have to be afraid to ask. We're very friendly here. Okay. And if you are new to Unique in the Creek, welcome. Let us know if you are new, where you're from. I always find it fun to find out where people are from. Now, again, I am not using pipe cleaners. I am using zip ties. So if I was to say anything that you're going to need maybe is zip ties, because you put the picks together. Or if you want, you can glue them in. You can glue each individual piece in, but that's a lot of glue. Okay, now I just happen to have 4-inch zip ties. I don't typically I don't buy them, but I have them from the past. So this is what I want my pick to look like. So you see I've got a little bit of height, and then I've kind of moved things down and around, okay? And I'm going to clip it where everything is attached. All right? I'm going to take that zip tie, and I'm just going to wrap it around the base as long as I have everything in. Now I need my needle nose pliers to do this. Again, I apologize. This is going to take me a little bit. I'm not the fastest pick maker. Okay, so there you go. So then now you can, like, all of this is wired, right? So you can make it wider or skinnier, whatever way you like. But make sure you fluff it. Don't just leave it flat, okay, and put it in your wreath. You want it to be fluffy. At least I think it looks better fluffy. Okay, so we're going to cut that zip tie off. Now, see all this stray mess here? You're going to cut, okay, until they're all basically uniform. Now, you don't want to cut it so short that you're not going to have anything to glue, like, because we do glue. Well, no, did I? No, actually, I put this in a zip tie. That's okay. But if you were to glue, you need something to put into the mesh, right? Okay, so obviously you can't cut it too short. So this is about 1.5 inches. All right, so that's one pick. Sorry, got 7 more to go. So we're just going to carry on. 1, 2, Sorry, I think this got mixed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's take this one. Same thing. I'm going to take the taller pieces and put them in the back. And I've made enough of these picks. I pull these last 2 pieces off, like I said, because I never use them. They're always stuck in the base. So I'm going to put that in the back there. But see, if you take the time to make your own picks, 2 things will happen. It's unique, and it'll save you money because you can take 2 picks that had 3 pieces in each color, but you're going to have 8 pieces and you're going to have 2 colors in each one, you know? So it's different. Again, you could have just done pink on one and white on the other swag, but I think this is a nice idea. Okay, so we're just gonna zip tie that up. Cut these off. Thank you everyone for your patience while I get this done. Don't forget to fluff it. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Pull those off. Are all of you familiar with doing your own picks? It's like greenery, right? You can mix and match different greeneries. Oh, hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. We're just showing how to make your own picks out of the 2 sprays that come in this wildflower kit. That's available. So if you like the kit, don't forget to put that in your cart and hit checkout before it gets sold out, okay? Because once they're gone, they are gone. Okay. Well, Lori, this is kind of where I learned it too. Yeah, it's from you. Because yes, it makes it inexpensive, and you want to add the picks in each. Well, I do anyway. I like to add the picks in each zip tie or mesh. Okay. And because I'm using 8 pieces, 8 tails, sets of tails, and 8 sets of mesh, I wanted greens in each one. And this is a great way to do it. Does anyone have any questions about the kit? Now, I also added the SKUs in the description box. And the kit name is in there, but I also added the SKUs of each item that is in this kit separately. So you may have things at home, perhaps, that you just need. Maybe you need just the picks that at uniqueinthecreek.com, or you need the mesh or whatever. You'll know what the SKU numbers are, okay? But for the most economical and easiest way is to just purchase the kit. They are inexpensive. Lori and Jackie have curated all the kits, put them all together, and made beautiful kits, so we don't have to, oh, I forgot one. That's okay, I'll put it over there. So we don't have to think about what to put together, right? Do you like to watch? Oh, thanks, Deborah. I mean, there's only so many ways to wheel a wheel, right? I mean, I'm not doing rocket science here, but all the designers, we do have our own different techniques, I think, for sure, or preferences, right? We all have different preferences of what we like to do. So yes, it gives you a little bit of differences, right? To see what people do. I mean, that's how I learned, was watching designers. And once I found Unique in the Creek, well, I've never gone back to using anything but. It makes wreathing that much easier, my friends. Okay, so this one's a little bit high, so I'm just going to push that down a little bit. There we go. Does this one have more stuff in it? I might. No, that's okay. That's okay. They are all different picks, so. Sorry, got to cut those last two leaves off. Sometimes they don't pull off very easily. There we go. Sorry, I have really bad hands, so sometimes I just can't get them to work. But let's see here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, again, cut them down to about 1.5 inches. Don't go too short, though, because you want something to put in that zip tie, okay? And again, don't forget to fluff. If you want a recap of the kit, it comes with a 40-piece pack of pre-cut moss green apple mesh, a pack of rectangle boards. There's 2 in a pack, so you're going to make 2 swags. You're going to have 2 of these white sprays, 2 of the pink sprays, 2 signs, and 3 rolls of ribbon. How good is that, right? I might actually take one of the pinks out of here. Hold, please. I need a bit more pink. So what I'm going to do is, this one has more pink. So I'm just going to split it so I can add another pink in here, okay? Because it was more white. So this way it'll give me more pink. Or another pink. Not more pink, but. Margaret. Oh, you sold 2 wreaths today, Margaret? Well, congratulations. Thank you, Lynn. That's very kind. Thank you, my friends. We have a great group here. I love teaching you. I love going live. And I love the fact that you enjoy Unique in the Creek as much as I do. Oh, I think I was probably supposed to put that berry in there. Yep, I was. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to cut this off. I forgot my berry, my little berry stem. So we're just going to put that in right here. If I can. If I can get it. The 4 zip ties are handy to get rid of because for things like this, but I do find them harder to use because they're so short. Okay. Yes, Margaret, that's great. You can sell out. People come to your home and they see something and they go, wow, that's beautiful. I'm going to buy that. How much better is that, hey? Perfect. Oopsie. I'm almost done, my friends. Almost done. We have, oh, just a couple more left to do. Okay. But, you know, I find once you get all your prep done, the wreath, you know, goes relatively fast. I am not the fastest wreath maker, I can tell you that. But I enjoy doing it. It's so much fun. Does anyone have any questions yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yes, this is the last one. Perfect. Okay, so this is the last one. Oh, this has 3 spikes in it. That's okay. I might keep one of these spiky things out in case I missed it in one other. I can just actually just glue that in. Okay. Take our flowers. Make this a little bit shorter, I think. Okay. Greens. These little greens, you probably can't even see me adding them, but they are there and they do make a difference. So don't throw them out. Like these little guys, okay? Two of these are left. Another one of these frilly thing. Oh, this pick's quite large, but that's okay. Alrighty, last one, my friend. Oops. Oh, that's okay. I don't have another 4-inch handy, so we'll just use a 6-inch. Okay. Now, before I put in the mesh, I do have to clean this up somewhat. Gets a little messy when you cut off all that stuff, so we're just going to clean this up a little bit. Okay. Just give me a quick second. I apologize. We'll just get a quick second here. Clean this up. Okay. Get a cleaner surface here. Perfect. All right, my friends. Now I've got my picks. I've got my ribbon tails. I've got one bow made, and I have my board loaded. And this is how I loaded it. Okay, one on each end in the middle here. Then I skipped a row. I went 2, skipped 2 rows, went 2, skipped a row. Oh, I lost the zip tie. Oopsie. Okay, sorry about that. So a row, skipped a row, a row. This is my hanging hole. Okay, my hanger. I put it on first, and then one on the end here. Okay, I'm going to flip it around. So you're going to have 8 sets of places we need tails and mesh. Now this is how I'm rolling it today. I'm doing the rolled woodland ruffle with pre-cut mesh. Now you might think, well, that's kind of silly, but yes, some people may think that. I like it. You can do it anyway. You could ruffle up, just do a straight ruffle, put each down. I would use 2, or you could do the kerfuffle, I guess you could, but I'm going to do the woodland ruffle because I want a little curl at the end. And the way I do it is I just, this is how I do it. Okay, flipped it upside down. I clip the 2 together. I'm going to roll the edge a little bit, not a lot. I don't want big rows, but I want to hide those edges. Okay, then I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to pinch it, and I'm just going to keep on going, keep on going. And then when you get over here, you just roll it up. I guess it's like a ruffle or a woodland ruffle. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what you get. Okay. Yes, it's pre-cut. Yes, you could use it separate pieces. You can do it however you like. But of course, I want it full. I want it thicker, fluffier. So this is how I'm going to do mine. Okay. I want to make sure these edges are even. Okay. Or as best as I can. It's not going to be perfect. And I'm just going to put it in there. I'm going to clip it. I'm going to grab one of my picks. Now, let's see here. Where are we here? Is this the top? Okay, no, this is the top. So I want the larger, taller piece kind of in the top. So I'm going to keep this one. I want this thing in the top, okay? I think, well, I'm not sure if I did it on the other one. And I'm going to put this one on the bottom. If I can remember how I do that. Oh, I've got another one here. So anyway, you can pick whichever one you want, actually. No, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Okay. Now, how did I do that? Sorry, I have to. Sorry. I put my ribbon tails in first. Okay. So I've got my 8 packs of ribbon tails that I did. One bow. Sorry, I just have to think of how I did that. I want purple. Okay. I'm going to have green and green at the top, like that. I'm going to have the 2 purples on each side with a green in the middle. No, changed my mind. I'm going to have the purple at the bottom and the top, 2 in the side. Okay, there we go. Sorry, got a little confused there. Then I'm going to take, sorry, backtrack. I'm sorry. I sound a little compluffer today. This one on the bottom and the top, you have to make a nub. You have to take your nub and you have to put it in a rubber band because the way the zip tie goes. Now, if you're using the pipe cleaners that come in the kit, you do not have to do this part. Hi, Beck. How are you? Okay, so this one you're going to put, okay, actually, I'm going to take that off because it's a little crooked. See, we still have to make adjustments along the way. It's no worries. Take your ribbon tails. Now I'm actually going to use two zip ties for this. My hands won't be able to do that. So let's see here. And I should go this way because I'm right-handed. Okay, so this is what you have. You have this with your ribbon tails. Okay, now you could go 13 inches with your tails if you want, but really you don't need it far past that ruffle, right? Now I'm going to take another zip tie. Again, if you're using pipe cleaners that came with the kit, you could just add in the pipe cleaner, add in your ribbon tail, twist it, and then add in your greens. But because my hands don't hold well, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just take this and I'm going to put that zip tie around. You're gonna put the zip tie above this piece because as somebody pulls it out, like Lori says, it acts as a stopper, right? And we're gonna fluff up those picks. So don't worry. They're not going to look like that. And once I get that in, I sometimes will go back and see the length of this pick, the ends. I don't need them that long now. Now that that's in, I can go in and cut these off. Okay. And the reason I left them long, it's kind of like my ribbon tails. Sometimes on my bows, I'll make them longer because I don't know how long I need them. Okay. So you always have to make some adjustments. All right. So that's one way to do it. Or you can do all mesh at once and then go in with ribbon tails, however you prefer. All right, my friends, however you prefer. I'm going to get a clip here to hold that back. Sorry, to hold this back. It's not going to hurt it because it won't be in there very long. I just want to make sure you can see. So you're going to take, again, you're going to take 2 pieces of the pre-cut mesh. This is my way of doing it. You do not have to do it this way. Okay. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do a little tuck and roll. Okay. Just a little one. And I'm going to roll up the center. Just like this. Okay, before I get there, I'm going to roll this a little bit. Or you could roll and then flip, like, you know, turn it around and then flip. You can do it that way. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing curl up. So if you want, you could do it down, but I'm doing up. Yes, that's how I did it, was up. So we're going to put one here, back to back with this one, okay? I'm going to take my ribbons, which are going to be, this one was pink and purple. This one's going to be green. Okay. Let me think first. Hang on a second. Pink, purple, green, purple, green. Green, purple. Well, we'll try to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it'll work. Okay. If it doesn't work, that's okay. I went the wrong way. Sorry. I should have gone this way because I am, like I said, right-handed. Okay. So then we cut that off. We're going to put another zip tie in there. And we're going to come back around and put in our picks. Now you can do all the mesh first, like I said, in the ribbon tails. Sorry. And go around. Yes, it's Friday. That's right. You know, when you are home all the time, like me, retired, every day is kind of a Friday, so you don't really think about it all that much. But my husband still works, and trust me, he knows when it's Friday. Now, obviously, I can't put this in because the zip ties. If you had pipe cleaners, you can, because you'll zip it up differently. Because I'm using pipe clean or zip ties, I have to go in this way, and then I'm going to have to bend this. So if you want, you can just bend this a little bit. Make sure you go over that zip tie, above that zip tie that's already in there, because that's going to act as your stopper. Okay. Actually, that zip tie broke. That's okay. I've got this other one, so that's okay. All right. So then what you're going to do, you go cut off the excess pieces if you don't want them in there. Okay, sorry. And then you're going to just bend it, okay, forward. You just bend it like this, literally. You can bend it as much as you want. It's not going to hurt it. Okay, and you're going to adjust. But you know what? We'll do that after we get everything in. Let's just get our pieces in here. Okay, same thing. Have you all tried the pre-cut mesh? I love it. I hate wood burning. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have to wood burn because I do a lot of woodland ruffle. Like I do this ruffle a lot. This is the other way you could do it. You could just roll up one side, come back around, roll up the other side, and meet in the middle. Okay? So you can do that. We're going to set that in here. This has a green, so I'm going to do a purple. Right here. I'm going to put the zip tie right around that mesh and ribbon tail. Come up just like that. Okay. Come back around with another zip tie. And I'm going to put my greens in. Okay. Going to make sure that zip tie goes above this one so I can have it as a stopper. Remember, it bends, okay? Yeah, when you cut your picks, your ends only have to be maybe 1/2 inch because I'm cutting all these off. I think I'm going to go around and recut those before I put them in. Makes it a little bit easier, but yeah, you don't need actually that much off of here. Does anyone have any questions about what we're doing? And I'm sorry, again, this is a little boring, this part. Okay, but yeah, you just put your things in the way you like, cut everything off, and go to the next tie. Okay, so we're on this last one here. Again, we'll go back through, obviously, and we'll fluff everything up. I got to change these, actually. I put them in backwards for me because I am right-handed. I need them to go the other way. There we go. Okay, so you clip them together just to give yourself an ease. Okay, you're going to roll up a couple to hide the edges. You can roll up to the middle. You can flip it around. Do the same thing. Pinch it together. Right in the middle. Okay? I'm going to put this right in here. Actually, this hanger kind of gets in the way, but I just find it easier to put the hanger on first. Okay, you don't have to. You can put it on later. It's no problem. You'll still be able to do it. Okay. Actually, I'm facing the wrong way. Hang on a second. I'm not used to the rectangle board, actually. To be perfectly honest, I've used it a few times, but I'm not that familiar with it, of how to turn it around when you're loading the board. I think I did my zip ties backwards, but that's okay. It's all manageable, my friends. And again, if you have strong hands or you're using the pipe cleaners, you don't have to do this double zip tie thing like me. I, however, have to do it because that's the only way I can do it. That's comfortable for me. Okay, you do what you need to do. Not a problem. But this is probably why Lori and built this with pipe cleaners, because you do add them in and it does, you know, help you when you're tying everything in. But I just find it harder for me. So I'm going to bend this. Remember, I'm just going to make a little hook. I'm going to make sure that is zip tied around that stopper zip tie. And you're just going to put that in and cut that off. Oh, and I forgot to cut the ends prior to inserting. Oh, that went somewhere. Okay, and you're just going to bend it forward. It's all bendable. Yes, Jackie's great. If you need to watch someone do pipe cleaners, Jackie's the one. She makes it look really easy, eh? I don't know. I just can't. My hands just, I just can't maneuver it. I tried it. I tried doing this with pipe cleaners, and I struggled. I did struggle. Okay, my friends. This is the top one. This is the one I wanted for the top. Let's see which one's more full. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I want this one because it's more full. Okay. One thing you can do if you don't want to roll, you could just, or attach, you could just do this, right? And then do this, I guess. You know, different options of how you can use this mesh. Some people think it was just for flowers and that you couldn't do a woodland ruffle with it. Well, here you go. I've used this mesh as a woodland ruffle on many different things, and I quite like it because I don't have to cut my mesh, my friends. Okay, so let's clip this back so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the top. This is the one where I'm going to have to put a little rubber band around the end because of the way the zip tie goes in this way, right? Just on the tops if you're using zip ties. If you're using pipe cleaners again, you won't have this problem. And I hope I don't confuse you by not using pipe cleaners. I hope that's not confusing to any of you. Okay, so let's put this in. Get your nub in there. Get your zip tie. Did I just see Liz pop in? Hi, Liz. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. We're doing the double wildflower kit today. Okay, it was this one. Okay, so this one, well, let's cut the ends. Oh, goodness. Yeah. My hands get so jacked up. I can't even cut some days. There we go. Actually, I think I do need a new pair of wire cutters because these I've had for a very long time. I think they're getting pretty dull. Okay, remember everything is bendable. Okay, so now we're just going to go the other side. We have 3 more to do. Okay, so I hope you can see. Okay, so we have 3 more here. No, we have 4. No, 3. Sorry. I just moved it this way so you can see it maybe a little bit better. I like doing it this way where I clip the edges. I find that easier for me. But again, you could do it any way you like, okay? Yes, Jackie just did a double kit. Again, I apologize. I'm not using those pipe cleaners. Oh, hello there. Thank you. OBX Creations. Hello. Okay, so we're going to put that in just like that. Now this is going to need a green one. Okay. We're going to wrap that around. Sorry, I don't think you can see this. I apologize. It gets pretty full once you get the one side of mesh in, okay? That's okay. It's okay. And then we'll go back, fluff, we'll make a bow, add them, and then we'll be done, right? This one's already short, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. Do have to twist that a bit. Take this zip tie, put it around. This way also you won't be using glue. I mean, you can go back in and put a drop of glue on them if you feel the need to. You most certainly can. I think they're pretty secure in them. Oh, you're going to be busy with your workshop, eh, Liz? Well, that's good for you. That's awesome that you can get group workshops up there. Unique in the Creek also has workshop in a box. If you do teach classes, you can pick your, well, there's not, not every design, but there's designs that have, you can make 5 wreaths in one workshop in a box. Okay, and you won't have to do anything except supply scissors or ask them to bring their own scissors because the pre-cut mesh is there. And everything is done. You don't have to cut the mesh for your workshops anymore. This pre-cut mesh is a game changer, honestly, my friends. Okay, so we're gonna now we're gonna have to rearrange our ruffles here too. Okay, once we get everything in, we're gonna have to go back in and fluff those out better. And in the meantime, I'm looking for my purple set. Oh, there it is, my purple ribbon tails. Okay. I know a couple of you said you bought this kit now, so I hope this will make sense to you. And if you don't like the way I did this, like if you want something flatter or anything else, there's tons of free tutorials on the Unique in the Creek YouTube channel. You can go to rectangle board playlist and you'll find dozens of tutorials on different ways to use the rectangle board if this is not your style, or if you prefer zip ties, or sorry, pipe cleaners. Watch Jackie because she uses pipe cleaners more than any of us. Okay, one last one here. I'm going to put this right on that board. Take our last set of ribbon tails. I know it's very redundant watching me do this, but look how full that is. On a rectangle board, you look at it and you go, oh my goodness, that's going to be so tiny. No, my friends, like it'll be like, you know, 20, well, depending on how sticky outy you put these things, be like 2 feet long. And over a foot, like 14 inches wide. So if you look at the board and go, well, that's not going to do anything. Oh, nay, you are wrong, my friends. It'll make a perfect size wreath. Like for people in like apartments or senior citizens home or home decor, like inside. Some people think that the designs that we make and teach you are only made for outside. Oh no, you can put these in a washroom, a guest bathroom, a kitchen, a back door, front door, wherever you like. I actually have customers that buy their wreaths strictly for inside. They put it on their back door or their inside of their front door so they can enjoy it. It's a foyer decoration, right? Doesn't have to go outside, my friends. Does not have to go outside. Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. Yes, making your own picks is worthwhile, for sure. Well, I hope I explained it properly. Okay, my friends, I just have to stand up here. Did I forget a pick? Oh my goodness, did I make an extra? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I did, right here. I'm thinking there's no way. I forgot this middle one. Okay, let's just go up and do that quickly. So can you see how full it is? Like it's full. And if you think that you're going to see those little picky things, you're not. Like these little ends, you really won't see them. I mean, you don't want to cut them so short that they pull back out when you go to fluff, right? So if they're extremely long, you can cut them. But again, you're not going to see them. Okay, tighten that up. Away we go. Now, let's bend this up and over. Yeah, one indoor, outdoor. You know, I put them on my back gate. I put one on my outside of my back gate. I put one on my front door, 2 on my siding. Well, I have them on my inside doors all over my house, of course, because I make so many. But yes, There are a lot of rees in my home, but yes, you can put them anywhere, right? So now I'm just kind of going around and maneuvering these greens and the ribbons. In all honesty, the ribbons kind of get hidden. So if you wanted, you could cut them longer, but I just wanted a hint of ribbon. I wanted the florals to be the star of the show, really. Okay, so you can do whatever you prefer, all right? This is not set in stone how we do it. Okay, so that's what we have so far, right? Now, let me just clean this up again. I apologize. The picks do make a mess, but it's so worth it. When you make your own, you can save some money. Take advantage of the greenery, okay? But one thing you have to remember, this is a must. You have to fluff, okay? So now we're done with the mesh. You have enough to use for leaves, perhaps, on a sunflower or a different flower you're making. All right, so we need to make one more bow. I'll show you how I did it. It's a very simple bow today. I'm only using the ribbons in the kit. Now I wanted this one to be predominantly pink, right? Because I did this other wreath predominantly purple. So I'm going to put the purple on the bottom for this one. And I'm just going to make small tails, like maybe 6 inches. I'm going to probably end up cutting some of that off. It's okay. Then I'm going to take the ribbon and do a 5-ish loop, little over 5 inches or 5 inches. It's not an exact. I'm not an exact science person when it comes to my bows. It's 5-ish, probably more closer to 5. Okay, you don't need a very long. Yeah, let's do 5. Okay, so a 5-inch loop here, 5-inch loop here. Cut the tail off. This is how much ribbon you're going to have of the purple. Okay, not very much, but enough to make like perhaps another bow or add this to a bow that you may have. Okay, then I'm going to do green. Same thing, 6-inch or so tail, 7 inches, whichever. Going to make this loop a little bit smaller, maybe 4.5 inches. No, a little bit more than 4, just shy of 5, okay? And then I'm going to do pink as the prominent color in my bowl, the top color. Where did I get the pink bow? Oh, this one? This is a kids bow maker that Lori used to have in some of her kits back in the day. I'm not sure if we still... Oh, yes. Tina just said the kids bow maker is available at uniqueinthecreek.com. It's a handy little thing to have. It makes a good like ribbon holder, you know, like a roller. If you don't have a bow maker and you do bows by hand, it's nice to have that to hold your ribbons. But yes, we used to have them in the kits, or Lori used to have them in the kits, but now she sells them on the website. Okay, so this is how much pink. Same thing, you're going to have enough of the green, the purple, and the pink to make, you know, accent some other bows that you might have. Now, the one thing I will use as a pipe cleaner is I'm going to use it in my bow. I don't typically, but my bows are usually very thick. This is a very easy bow to pull off your bow maker. Okay, you just pinch it. Okay, pull it up and pinch here and twist your bow, not the pipe cleaner. And it'll stand up like that. Okay, get that out of the way. Now, I have to look to see where I put everything here. Okay, so I put the put the two bows, one from the bottom and one from the top. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing on this one. Where is the top? Okay, this is the top right here. This is the top. So I'm going to go through and find one set, find the row one below, which is actually where my hanger is on this one. Okay, sorry, this is probably the hardest one. This and the sign, right? Putting on this, the bows and the signs are always tricky because you have to work through all that mesh. It's okay, we will manage. We always do. Now I have this plastic darning needle or yarn needle. I think Unique in the Creek sells them. I think they're metal. They're very handy to have. Now, I don't want to squish my bow, which means I don't want to pull it right into that wreath, right? I don't want to pull it so hard that it's sitting inside that wreath like that, okay? But I want it on top and secure enough that I can yank on that bow and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to just gently do it up for now to put it in place. And then I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to find the row one up from the bottom, which is this one right here. Okay. And I think it's right here. Sorry, I was off camera again. I apologize when I do that. I do not mean to. I will show you again in the back once I get this all secured where I put that. If I can get it through. Oh, there we go. For some reason it was a little stuck. Okay, same thing. You don't want to suck it into your wreath. You just kind of want it on top. Look how pretty that is. Even not even fluffed. It looks pretty good. What do you think? Not even fluffed, right? Now I'm not going to cut the tails yet because I want to put my sign in, which is this one. Here's the top. Where are we here? This is the top. Pardon me. This is the top. So I want my sign right in there. Now I'm not going to cut this hoop off, this rope off, sorry. I normally do, but I find this one, it looks kind of cute, I think, with the rope on it. I'm going to take this rope and I'm going to zip tie it onto the board, and then I'm going to attach my cable mount as well so it's nice and sturdy. So I just have to refresh my memory what I did with that. Okay, I put the, sorry, where did I put the rope? I can't actually see where I put the rope. Okay, I zip tied it right to the top. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oh, dang, I should have done that. Sorry, my friends, I just have to look at this. I apologize if I'm a little bit of a hot mess. I'm going to just quickly put this over this bow. I should have put this on before I put the bow on. Sorry, my friends. That would have made more sense, right? That's okay. I'll just do this. So now I'm going to take a zip tie right around the very top hole. And I'm actually going to get a little bit longer one. I'm going to put it here. Now, if you are using the pipe cleaners that come in the kit, you will have extra pipe cleaners that you can do this with for your hangers and your signs, etc. You will have extra pipe cleaners, okay? Now, I'll show you what I did here as soon as I get this in here amongst all this good stuff, okay? Now, you don't have to really attach this rope. Oh, and I even missed it. Sorry. I actually lost it in my zip. Okay, let's try that again. A little dingleberry today. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for joining. I'm just struggling putting on this sign. You know how that goes, eh? Let's see here. That's about straight there. It's here. Now, I'm not going to do too tight because I want to get that cable mount on just for extra security, okay? So the cable mount went 1, 2, 3, 4 rows in. And again, I will show you once I get this on here. If I can ever, there we go. 4 rows in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is right about here. Who struggles with signs? Getting signs in? Anybody? Anybody? Again, we have to fluff still, right? We can't leave this without fluffing. Now this one might be a little tight to get in here. Strictly because, okay, hang on, there we go. Sometimes it's easier if you go from the bottom. I'm going to try that to grab my pipe cleaner. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if it'll be a success. Yay, success. Okay. So now I'm not going to tighten that too tight, okay? I need to be able to still maneuver it. Okay, my friends. That's a struggle. Oh, Lordy. Rebecca, I'm not sure if you were here. The kit does come with pipe cleaners. I unfortunately cannot use pipe cleaners because I have a trouble with my hands. And so I use zip ties, okay? So you can use the pipe cleaners that come in the kit, or you can use zip ties. Now, I'm going to dovetail my ribbons. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this one's predominantly purple. This is how I wanted it. And this one is pink, okay, because the signs match, pink and purple. So then you want your ribbons to go opposite ways, and then we're going to cut them, okay? I'm going to dovetail them. Now, when I cut my dovetails, I have no rhyme or reason how I cut, like what length I cut them. Sometimes I do have to go back because they are a bit too long. Because you don't want them covering, say, a sign or wordings on a sign, things like that. But I don't mind if it's draping over the sign a little bit. Okay. Then you also want to do it on the bottom. Oh, it looks like this one. Oh, yes, this was the one I already made. So this one already is dovetailed. Okay. This might be a little bit too long. Cut that off. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to tighten up these pipe cleaners. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh, you have trouble with the pipe cleaners to pull, or do you have trouble with the zip ties because of your arthritis? It's the pipe cleaners for you? You know, I think people have preferences too, right? Whichever is quicker for them or whichever is easier for them. I mean, either way, both are cost effective. Neither one costs, a lot of money. And if you use a zip tie and you have to cut it off, or a pipe cleaner and you have to redo it, I mean, it's not a lot of cost, right? To switch things out or do double zip ties like I do, or even triple zip ties. I've done triple zip ties, for heaven's sakes, on things. Pipe cleaners, Rebecca? Okay. Hang on, my friends. Now remember, this all came in the kit. Okay, all came in the kit. Now we're going to adjust. Okay. Going to adjust. Let me see here. I want to make them as even, not even, but similar. I want them similar in the look of how they look. This ribbon's very easy to make loops. It's very sturdy ribbon. Like if you make the loop, it, give it the pat test and it stays. Okay, now we're going to go around and maneuver our greens and our ribbon tails. Okay, and when you get your pictures, this is where you're going to do it again. You're going to do your ribbon tails and your greens again, okay? Because you want your ribbon tails and your greens, like your greenery and florals, to be nice and, laid out properly. Because a bad picture, we all know pictures sell things. You want to catch future buyers, if you're selling, a nice first impression. And if you're giving it as a gift, same thing. You want them to go, oh my God, did you make that? And you're going to say, yes, yes, I did. Way better than walking into Michael's and buying something and taking it as a housewarming gift, don't you think? You won't see anything like this in a box store. I was actually at Michael's about last week sometime. And I always look at the prices of their wreaths, right? It appalls me when I look at some of the things that they sell. And it appalls me even more when I see people in line buying them. I'm thinking, oh, dear Lordy. Okay, so we could probably spend all day fluffing those greens, but this is what the pink looks like. Can you see? What do you think? All right, still nice and full. Again, this is only an idea. You do not have to do your kits this way. You can make them with just one piece of mesh in a ruffle form, or a kerfuffle, I think you probably could use. Okay, but you just want to make sure you can't see any of that board when you're moving your greens and stuff around. Now I'm going to put this on my wall and we'll see what it looks like, okay? Because sometimes it doesn't look right until you get everything in place. And remember, everything in that pick is bendable. So if you don't like the way it looks, you can just rebend it. Okay, sorry. I should have moved this so you can have something pretty to look at. Okay, I'm going to move you up. So it's hard to see, right? Hard to see on that. I wish I had one of those stands. But do you see what I mean? You're going to have to go through, when you take your picture, straighten things out, maybe pull up on your bow a little bit. Sorry, my back is to you. Okay. You want to make sure that the sign is still visible. You're not covering anything. You want to make sure your greens are dispersed properly. Okay. I love the sticky outy things. That's my thing. I love them. That's the pink one. And this is the purple one. Can you see that both side by side? Okay, obviously they're not exact, but they're very close. If I'm a person walking by on a double door, I don't think is going to say, oh my God, that one leaf is out of place. Right? So again, this is the purple. I'll show you up close. This is the purple one that I made off camera yesterday. Okay. I'm going to have to tighten that bow a little bit. Seems a little loose. Okay. So that's the purple. And this is the one that we made today. See if I can get you on the, sorry. I know you're probably getting dizzy. You're probably thinking, stop moving. Okay, my friends, can you get a good visual of that? Yes, Tina, like Tina said, make sure you post on Unique Wreath Creators. And if you are not a member of Unique Wreath Creators, please go join that Facebook page. It is free. Don't forget, all replays are available on the Unique in the Creek YouTube channel. So if you want to watch this kit or any other kit made again, you can just go there and watch it there. They'll be there and they are free as always. There's hundreds of Unique in the Creek YouTube videos. Okay. So this is the double wildflower kit number 197, available at uniqueinthecreek.com as of today, March 21st. Okay, if you watch this as a replay or in the future, it may possibly be sold out. So if you are thinking about getting the kit, please go check out. And while you're checking out, if you wouldn't mind using the code Judy at checkout, I'd appreciate it very much. It helps me tremendously. Okay, so this is the pretty wildflower kit, double wildflower kit. Okay, so I want to thank you again, everyone, for joining me today. As always, I appreciate your support and your time. Now, I'm going to be back, I believe, next Thursday on uniqueinthecreek.com or Unique in the Creek page. And I'm going to be doing another double Unique in the Creek kit. Okay, so I could probably show you the kit I'm going to make. It is kit number 208. I'm going to be doing this kit 208. So if you want, you could order this today and hopefully get it by next Thursday, depending. And if you have the kit, you can watch me and make it along, or you could just watch the video and make it any way you like. Okay. Again, these are just suggestions on how we make our kits. So hopefully it's helpful. Thank you, everyone, again. And happy crafting, as always. Thank you for your time and your support. And we'll see you next Thursday. Okay. Thank you. Bye for now.